what do we think are the keys to setting goals? So I would break that down into kind of 3 categories. First would be vision. Second would be actionable steps or habits. And then third would be, rolling with the punches, making adjustments, kind of tracking those goals. I think this idea of seeing what you want, having vivid vision, or why. Simon Sinek has a book, Start With Why, where it breaks down the importance of having a reason behind what you do and what you're setting out to do, not just setting out and with aimless action. And I think that's really important. And that's what we want to start with is vision and focus. And so, if our goal is financial freedom and time freedom, that's going to influence what we do on a yearly, weekly, daily basis and give us the motivation to keep going. Without vision, a lot of times what goals look like is, maybe you set a New Year's resolution to, I'm going to work out 3 times a week. And then, that may work for the first couple of weeks or first few days or even for a few months. But eventually, I think a lot of people, I know myself especially, lose the willpower and the discipline to keep going. And I think that's where if you can come back to a vision of this is where I want to be and this is why I want to get there, that's what's going to propel you towards that success. Actionable steps, I would say on the flip side, you mentioned a lot of times we can overestimate what we can do within a year. I think that's true as well. You can set vision, or you can say, I want financial freedom, or I want to not have to ever work again, or I want to be in really, really good shape, or something. It could be any type of goal. But if you don't have a plan, you don't have habits, or you don't have actionable steps to do that, then you just have this dream. And that's kind of all it is. Is you're dreaming. You might think of something that you want, or thinking of something that you kind of desire, or a place that you want to get to, but without concrete steps of, this is how I'm going to attain that goal. Breaking it down, maybe it's a year goal. By the end of the year, I want to be able to run a marathon or something. And it's like, okay, in order for me to do that, I have to be able to run, I need to run 5 times a week. And that kind of gives you a metric or a mark that if you're meeting that each time, there's a high degree of success that you will meet that end goal by the time you get there. So I think that's kind of what the actionable steps are. And then third is adjustments and kind of rolling with the punches. I think, life comes and things are going to change. Your goals may even change. You may have to pivot your direction. You may say, hey, actually, the destination in which I was heading is not where I want to end up. So let me pivot. Let me make an adjustment. Let me tweak what I'm doing. And that will really set me on that path. And I think even the mindset of I'm going to have to make adjustments really gives freedom to do that. Because I know for me in the past, I've set goals, and then if you don't meet those goals, been disappointed. But even if I got somewhere close or somewhere different. And so I think that's what those adjustments do, is it gives you the freedom to say, hey, this is not actually where I want to be, or hey, I didn't quite get there, but I got here, and that's still a really good place. And so I think that's what adjustments is really about, is you take the vision, you take the actionable steps, and you say, stuff is going to happen. Things are going to have to change, and life is going to crop up. So